I recently did a tour of the Midwest starting in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And here you can see the actual falls. And the reason is because I just wanted to see more of America. I wanted to get away from Washington, D.C., which I'm starting to believe is not typical of what you can find in the United States. So the first thing I noticed is that in South Dakota there's a lot of space. I mean, it's flat. In the big cities, they kind of have to grow upwards using large buildings, but here they just spread outwards, which means that you need a car. I mean, you can't live here without a car. Here is the center of Sioux Falls, and this is the center, meaning that this is the most action you will get on a weekday, and you can see there's not a lot of people there. You know, I'm used to really dense cities, lot of people. Here is the mayor of the town. That's why he smiled at me. And things pick up a bit at night, but not a whole lot more. It's a peaceful place. It's a quiet place, not a lot of action. And one thing you can see here is that the obesity epidemic has made its way to the Midwest, and that's kind of sad. And it makes sense because here people don't walk a lot. They're all in their cars. So there's a lot of driving, and what you see right here is people doing more walking than the average. One thing I like though is that the people are really nice. I mean, really friendly people beyond anything else that I have seen. And in addition, they are very white. You know, here I've seen more white people than in Eastern Europe, and I'm wondering if the whiteness and the niceness go hand in hand. So the next city I visited was Omaha, Nebraska. And this is kind of a larger version of Sioux Falls. That girl, the first one, is kind of nice. And here you have more universities and things like that, and more options for dining and going out. There wasn't anything really special here. I only spent a few hours. And in the center of the town, they have, you know, if you want to waste your money, there's tons of shops there and food. And people here are also overweight as well. The good thing is there are no gays here. I didn't see any gays in the Midwest, so that's good. And the next city I went to was Lincoln, Nebraska, and this is during game day. This is for the University of Nebraska, their mascot, the Cornhuskers. I'm on the university right now, being a pervert and filming girls who are thin. Check out the two on the right. What a contrast they set up with the ones on the left, the big ones. Here you got a cute girl with red hair, and everyone's wearing red. And it's, you know, game day here is important because it's where you hang out with people that you came up in college with. And it's really, and check out this. This is the only black guy I saw. This is one black guy outside I saw. I mean, he was the only one. That's how white it is. And here you got some guys, they're a little bit big. You know, the food here is not good, man. The food here is really loaded with salt and grease, fried. It tastes good, but it makes you feel like crap. Like after I eat a meal here, I need to drink 2 liters of water just to get my kidneys flushed. And here's another black guy. I don't know if you can see him on the left. He's surrounded by 4 girls. He must be a college athlete or something. From what I was told, most of the blacks in Nebraska are indeed college athletes, so I'm sure they're doing fine in terms of women. And the people here are kind of jovial and nice. Look at all these people. They're going to wave to me now. I mean, I don't really get that kind of treatment anywhere else. So now let's go south to Kansas City, Missouri. Now we're getting into a more multicultural, diverse place. A lot of Mexicans. I mean, there was a Spanish concert on the night I went, and I thought it was in Mexico. And I've never even been to Mexico. So there's a lot of Latin people. Here, I went out to Westport and check out this essay giving a mean grill to the camera. Here's the biggest girl I found in the Midwest. Of course, she's in Kansas City. Kansas City reminded me a lot of Baltimore. And if you've been to Baltimore, you know that is not a compliment. That is not a compliment. It's diverse, which isn't inherently bad, but it has no character of its own. There's nothing that says you're in Kansas City. You know, and this guy here is not typical. He looks like he's from Kentucky or Tennessee. But it doesn't have a culture of its own, and that makes sense. It's in the slap middle of the United States. I mean, so they take a little bit of all corners of the states, and this is basically, if you're a corporation, Kansas City is great because it's everywhere and nowhere at the same time. You can sell your useless products to these consumer cogs, and that's what that was like. So now I went farther south to Oklahoma City, and Oklahoma City I only stayed for a night. It was a lot of pickup trucks, and people are really nice again, but they are overweight, and I wasn't too impressed. Nonetheless, I liked how it was kind of a calm and peaceful place. And here is the Oklahoma City Memorial bombing memorial. And this is kind of a somber thing, and you'll see here each chair represents someone who died. So my overall Midwest tour was very interesting. I want to explore the U.S. some more. I'm probably going to hit the South next. So if you like this video, hit like, and thanks for watching.